real. Crawford 100%. Crawford is 100%. If he ain't 100%, he 90%. He's still gonna fight. He's still gonna fight. That's just what it is. Forget that damn shoulder.
From what you saw then from training, do you think he's carrying the weight well then?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I saw it in his legs. I could see it in his arms and his shoulders. And it's distributed evenly.
That's always one of the hardest things to do, is going up many weight classes to beat a naturally bigger guy. If he can do that, we're talking about he's one of the greats, you know?
Terence Crawford's preparations for his highly anticipated showdown with Canelo Alvarez have stirred debate following fresh reports of a possible setback. According to Top Boxing News, rumors have surfaced suggesting Crawford may be dealing with a lingering shoulder issue just days before stepping into the ring this Saturday. The speculation has raised doubts among fans and analysts alike, with many questioning whether the injury could impact his performance under the bright lights. Former world champion Tim Bradley, however, was quick to dismiss the chatter. He stressed that no one outside of Crawford's tight-knit camp truly knows what's happening behind closed doors. Bradley expressed full confidence that come fight night, Crawford will be ready to go. Even if he isn't at a perfect 100%, Bradley believes Crawford's mentality, skills, and grit will carry him through. By downplaying the injury talk, Bradley reinforced the image of Crawford as a fighter who refuses to lean on excuses and always shows up determined to deliver at the highest level.
Bradley, you already know the rest. F that damn shoulder. We don't care about that shoulder. We don't care about that shoulder. Man, I see some bozos talking about, oh, his shoulder hurt, all this. You don't know what you're talking about. Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. You just talking just to talk. You have no clue what's going on in Crawford's camp. No clue. So shut up, bozo. Man, tired of this, man. Golly. Even the stuff about Boots. Boots beating the hell out of Canelo. Fugazi. That's not true. That was not true. That was not true. Man, everybody always creating stupid-ass narratives just to get views, yo. For real. Crawford 100%. Crawford is 100%. If he ain't 100%, he 90%. He's still gonna fight. He's still gonna fight.
Saudi advisor Turki Al-Sheikh, a key figure in bringing blockbuster boxing events to the kingdom, shares excitement about the scale of this historic showdown. He described it as the biggest fight yet, pointing to both the massive promotion and the global spotlight it has attracted. When pressed about Crawford's move up in weight, Al-Sheikh expressed full confidence, insisting that both fighters will step into the ring completely prepared and at 100%. His remarks highlight the professional environment being cultivated around this super fight, ensuring that Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford are given every chance to deliver at their absolute best. For Al-Sheikh, the emphasis is on celebrating a moment of boxing history in front of the world.
It's been good. It's been good. And this is the biggest fight in the last 10 years.
What do you make of Terence Crawford's shape? He posted that photo with the six-pack. How do you think he's handling the weight?
This is the fight, the biggest fight for them, and they will be ready 100%, both of them.
Thank you very much.
Oscar de la Hoya, Hall of Famer and Golden Boy promoter, weighed in on the challenges Terence Crawford faces in this matchup. He noted that stepping up to fight Canelo Alvarez is a massive jump, made even tougher by Crawford's year-long layoff. According to La Hoya, Crawford will have to fight a near-perfect bout to neutralize Canelo's power and wealth of experience. On the other hand, Canelo's game plan could be more straightforward: absorb Crawford's shots, control the tempo, and use his size and strength to his advantage. De La Hoya's analysis draws on his extensive experience as both a fighter and promoter, emphasizing how weight and activity often play decisive roles in the sport's biggest battles.
I feel that Terence has a shot in beating Canelo Alvarez.
When I watched Terence Crawford get rattled and rocked by Yorkis Gamboa, who's a natural 30-pounder, it's going to be a huge problem when he gets hit by Canelo, who's a natural 175. So he fights at 175. He's fighting these big monsters. Yeah. He's not getting rattled at all.
No.
Berlanga's a big kid.
Yeah.
So it makes me think, I mean, how is Crawford going to keep him away for 12 rounds? Canelo's going to come at him hard. Right. But then again, I think about Crawford's abilities and his IQ and his footwork.
Boy Anthony, Executive Club, getting a fresh haircut. But just want to talk about Canelo. Crawford is coming up this weekend, and everybody's excited. Here in Vegas, the electricity is in the air. So, look, even though these guys are, combined almost 80 years old, it should be a good fight. And let me tell you why. Crawford is coming up 2 weight classes, and he's coming off a year's layoff. So
at the pre-fight press conference, Terence Crawford tackled the rumors about his alleged shoulder injury head-on. Rather than showing irritation, he used sarcasm and humor to poke fun at the speculation, brushing it off with ease. His light-hearted response projected confidence and kept the focus on his readiness, refusing to let doubts alter the narrative. The moment underscored one of Crawford's defining traits, his remarkable mental composure under pressure. True to form, he presented himself as a fighter who embraces the spotlight and never allows opponents to gain a psychological advantage.
Thank you. Hey, Terence, how are you? This is Chava Rodriguez from ESPN Knockout. You know, to be involved in this kind of events has a lot of rumors, and you already know that everybody or many people saying that, I don't know if the left one, the right one, or both, but somebody says that you have some kind of problem in any one of your shoulders. Can you just clarify what is your position about those rumors?
Yeah, my shoulder messed up, everyone. You know, so don't tell Canelo. You know, maybe the right, maybe the left, but it's both of them. I'm having problems with my shoulders. Shh, keep that under wraps.
And finally, everybody says that Canelo is going to be the favorite in the stadium with a lot of people supporting him. But what about Omaha? Do you feel many people from Omaha is coming to support you this weekend right here in the...
Former welterweight champion Shawn Porter, who has first-hand experience facing Terence Crawford, offered an in-depth look at Crawford's physical preparation after observing him in training camp. Porter commended the way Crawford has built muscle while adjusting to the higher weight class. He noted that the added size is evenly distributed, with noticeable development in Crawford's legs, chest, and arms. According to Porter, this is a key factor. It shows that Crawford hasn't compromised his speed or agility in exchange for bulk. Instead, the added strength looks deliberate and functional, positioning him to handle the challenge of stepping in against a naturally bigger fighter like Canelo Alvarez.
What do you think most people get wrong when they're thinking of putting on weight for fights?
Most boxers don't lift weights. That's kind of the no-no in boxing. But as I like to say, when you're putting on weight, it has to be muscle. You can't put on fat. You can't put on, sluggish nothing. Mm-hmm. So the best thing a fighter can do when he's trying to gain 10 pounds to fight at another weight class is hit the weights, up your protein and things of that nature. I saw the man eat. The man is eating brilliantly. He's doing it all right. And that's what I meant when I said, when he decided to take on this challenge in Canelo Alvarez, it takes a good 2 years to successfully put on 10 pounds, along with successfully putting on 10 pounds to get your body to acclimate to that weight, right? So when people talk about him being out of the ring for 13 months, they really have to also accept they have to understand that he's been working and training for everything that he needs to do on fight night.
Despite encouraging updates from his camp, Terence Crawford found himself under scrutiny after a photo emerged showing him looking less than peak condition. Captured during a meeting with Ilya, the image appeared to reveal a slight belly, sparking debate over whether he was truly in fighting shape. Some fans even questioned if the polished training photos released earlier had been edited to enhance his appearance. The stark contrast between the images ignited discussion about Crawford's physical readiness heading into such a massive fight. For a high-profile athlete on this stage, such intense scrutiny is nothing new. Every detail is magnified, and every picture becomes part of the narrative.
Well, first and foremost, the reaction to the photos. I'm in the gyms all the time, and I was in the gyms when these photos came out. So the first photo that dropped was the one of Terence looking all jacked up and ripped and lean, and glistening and perfect lighting. And I think he actually posted it himself. And all the guys in the gym were like, yo, Crawford looks sick. He's in great shape. He's going to win. He's going to knock Canelo out, blah, blah, blah. Then a couple days later, the photo on the right comes out where he meets Ilia Topuria, and he looks fleshy and he doesn't look great. He does, like exactly the champ said, it's probably, pre-workout. He probably just drank a bunch of water after the workouts. He's a little bit bloated. He's also not flexing. He's
Respected trainer and analyst Teddy Atlas offered glowing praise for Terence Crawford's recent physical form. In his view, Crawford's current shape looks downright intimidating, a sign that he's ready for a career-defining performance. Atlas reminded fans that he had backed Crawford from the very start and sees no reason to change his prediction now. What stands out to him is not only Crawford's condition, but the unmistakable determination he carries into this fight. Atlas believes it's this blend of focus, discipline, and hunger that will ultimately give Crawford the edge over Canelo Alvarez. Given Atlas's reputation for blunt, no-nonsense analysis, his endorsement carries real weight and further fuels anticipation for the clash.
Proposed, where a lot of people poo-pooed it. No, Crawford's too small. Forget about it. Doesn't make sense. When it was going through those times, I didn't hesitate. I said Crawford. I'm not changing now. I see, listen, both guys have gotten older. I don't know. I hope it's not. And I'll put the disclaimer out there first. I'm not poo-poo. I'm not raining on anyone's parade. I think it's a very interesting fight, and I hope it's a great fight. And they're making it so big. They're really bringing everything out for this fight. Dana White, his first involvement in boxing, in a promotion of a fight like this. I know he's involved with Walsh, the Irish kid, but I mean, his first really foray with boxing in this kind of way and level with Turkey Al-Sheikh, and they're not holding anything back. I mean, they're putting everything into this.
Former champion Danny Garcia gave a frank take on Terence Crawford's bold ambitions. He described Crawford as stubborn, pointing to his relentless drive to test himself in uncharted territory. Garcia reflected on boxing history, noting that while some fighters thrived after moving up in weight, others faltered under the challenge. To him, Crawford is now facing the ultimate test. If he succeeds, Garcia believes his place among the all-time greats will be secure. His remarks balance both admiration and caution, acknowledging the risks of such a daring move, while also framing it within the long tradition of fighters whose legacies were defined, for better or worse, by stepping across weight divisions.
Terence Crawford is trying to do what every great has tried to do, is go up in multiple weight classes and win. A lot of people, a few did it, a few didn't. You know what I mean? So that's always one of the hardest things to do, is going up many weight classes to beat a nationally bigger guy. If he can do that, we're talking about he's one of the greats, But for me, I think Canelo will win a unanimous decision.
Let me ask you this, because
because I could see the fight playing out like, all right, cool, it's competitive first 4 rounds, but I feel like once he feels his power a little bit, he might try to box him a little bit, and Canelo just walk him down. I could just see the judges probably give him the rounds for like aggression.
Let me ask you this, because I was just talking to Chris Colbert today. Funny guy. I know you know Chris. A funny guy.
My guy.
And we was talking about the fight and stuff like that, and we're talking about Canelo's power, but I'm more so interested in seeing how Crawford's legs look in like round 7, 8, 9, when you're putting on all that extra weight, all that extra muscle. Do you think that could bother him a little bit?
Undefeated rising star Shakur Stevenson voices admiration for Terence Crawford's career and made a bold prediction about what's next. Stevenson stated that if Crawford manages to defeat Canelo Alvarez, his resume would stand as the greatest he's ever seen. His remarks underline not only Crawford's technical brilliance, but also his fearless drive to test himself against the best in the sport. Adding Canelo to an already elite list of opponents, Stevenson argued, would push Crawford's legacy to historic heights. His confidence also reflects the deep respect younger fighters hold for Crawford, seeing him as a role model who embodies the courage and ambition required to chase true greatness.
I feel like once he beat Canelo, that will be like one of the greatest resumes in boxing ever, just because of the fact that he's going up 2 divisions just to fight this guy, and this guy's bigger than him. And not only did you just crush Errol Spence, but you go out there and just, and the way that he beats Canelo too. If he go out there and just dominate and make it an easy fight, honestly, I think that that's gonna be like one of the best resumes I ever seen. But as far as the fight, I feel like Bud could beat him easy.
How though? Don't give me everything. Just how is it?
For me, it's a blueprint already. It's literally blueprints to see. Floyd was a lot smaller than Canelo when he fought him. You keep Canelo on the outside. I ain't gonna even say too much, but you keep him on the outside.
Hall of Famer Andre Ward shared a thoughtful breakdown of the upcoming clash. He reminded fans that much of Canelo Alvarez's legacy has been built on beating naturally bigger opponents, showcasing his adaptability across weight classes. Still, Ward warned against dismissing Terence Crawford, noting that he isn't a small fighter and has the skill set to counter Canelo's size advantage. For Ward, the decisive factor will be Crawford's legs. If he stays disciplined with his footwork and movement, he can blunt Canelo's power and control the pace of the fight. Ward's analysis reflects his sharp strategic insight, emphasizing that Crawford's tactical execution could prove just as vital as his physical readiness.
Also made a career out of breaking down taller fighters, getting inside of the longer reach. But this fight is a little bit different. Crawford, he does very good, especially early on, with keeping opponents at the end of his jab and at the end of his long left hands. If Terence Crawford stays under his feet, stays under his legs and controlled.
That wraps up today's video. Stay tuned for more. Until next time,